I don't care about names. People mispronounce my name all the time. I'll say Rubenstein or Rubinstein, Goldberg, I don't care. I'm named after my grandfather, Norman Rubenstein. But that wasn't his name, for sure. He came over from Poland in the 1930s, so his name was probably just a bunch of C's and Z's, you know? No vowels. It's an umlaut for no reason. And when they gave it to the people at Ellis Island, they just couldn't read it, you know? Like, what is this, a Wi-Fi password? What are you sure? It's like, we're giving out a lot of Normans today, so you're gonna be Norman Rubenstein from now on. It's like, my last name's Smith. They're like, not anymore, Jew. And they just... That's how it was for the Jews, man, you know? There's never been like a good time in history for Jews. No one's ever been like, oh, you're Jewish, right this way. And then it ended fine. When Jews came over, they were given 3 choices. It was like, you could be a Stein, a Berg, or a Witz. If you didn't pick fast, you were Stein Bergowitz. Now get out there and control the weather. That's the one you laugh at? Horrible people.
Hey guys, Carla V here with Carla V Thinks Out Loud. I am back. Just did a show at Revel, and as you see, I have a guest next to me. What up? Who are you? Do I know you?
Hi.
Hey.
Hi, everybody. I'm Neil Rubenstein. I'm a comedian originally from New York City.
Oh, moving to where?
Moving to Oklahoma City.
Why?
Why?
So people say when you move to Albuquerque, they're like, why did you move here?
I find that I do that a lot when people like end up somewhere. I'm like, oh, how'd you end up there? Like, but I say it with disdain. I'm like,
Yeah, even in LA, if you live there, like you're cool, but if you just are moving there, they're like, why?
No, I disagree. I do love it here, though. This has been a ton of fun.
You have said that you've loved Albuquerque or New Mexico in general on this tour, right?
Just like driving in, it's like super beautiful, and like I've been having a blast. Like thanks to you a lot.
It's been a lot of fun.
This has been killer, and this show was killer.
Wasn't it fun?
This venue is so dope.
Yeah, I told him I was like, "There's actual stage and lighting and good sound. You don't actually have to think about things."
It's so funny because like yesterday was a great show too, but it was like the opposite vibe. Like, but the audience.
The audience was amazing yesterday.
Yeah, no offense to this audience, but that audience was better.
That audience was better. They were there for comedy. You can tell when they walked through the door that they were just
they
like
were in a good mood.
Fucking ready. This audience, wasn't bad at all, but last night really fucking surprised me.
Last night was a surprise.
So what did we do yesterday?
We went to Clovis, New Mexico, and performed in the bingo hall in the back of a Chuck E. Cheese.
Yes. Mm-hmm. It
no,
really was.
That's not what happened?
No, that was it. There was laser tag. There was go-kart. There was old ladies bingoing in the front row, confused of why they were there.
Blacklight mini golf?
Blacklight mini golf. You got VR fighting.
VR fighting at skee ball.
There was a giant green cow in the middle of the parking lot, or at the end of the parking lot.
Can I tell you that that's the second place on this tour that I've performed with skee ball?
Where else?
In Austin, my buddy owns a bar called Austin.
Go ahead.
I was drinking the water in Austin.
Water in Austin.
My buddy owns a bar called Full Circle Bar. Did I say full? Did I say that weird?
Full Circle Bar.
Full Circle Bar in Austin, and it's a skee ball bar.
Skee ball. Sorry, I've been trying to get the New York accent down or something because it comes out in some weird
Well, it just
words.
feels like you're making fun of me.
No, I'm just trying to get it down in case I need to Jay Farrow my way through life or something.
If I need to
Impressions. I just do impressions of Neil Rubenstein now. It's my only one.
I guess I do 3, right? I do New York. I do the New York Italian. I do Vocal Fry Lady.
Vocal Fry Lady.
And then I can do this guy.
Hey, what about that thing though?
What thing though?
You know the thing with the guy?
Oh, that's a good character.
Yeah.
We developed. Oh, Kurt. I feel like I owe this to
Kurt Fletcher.
Kurt Fletcher and I developed a character that's a crowd work comic who can't remember references. So it's like, hey, this guy looks like? This guy looks like that guy from, what's that movie with the ghost? Ghost movie.
Yeah, with the lady.
With the guy from the Canadian guy was in that ghost movie. You know what I'm talking about.
Right, with the thing. He had that one
whatever.
thing with his arm. the best. Oh my gosh, we've spent a lot of time together in the last couple of days.
No one's gonna find this entertaining.
I do. This is just for my personal archives.
I also like that Larry's like, can you put the mic in front of your mouth? Like every time like this, he's like, I thought you said this guy was professional. I don't know why I decided you sound like that.
What if I just held it like this?
So what's up, Carla? How you doing?
Just chilling.
Do you have any plans? Do you have any plans for after this?
All the plans in the world. Oh yeah. So yeah, we went to Clovis. Oh, you were on a tour. Where are you heading next?
Going north.
North.
What is this? 25?
Yeah.
What is this? Here, I'll hold it in this hand. This is 25, so I'm going to take 25 north, go to Colorado Springs, and then Denver. Denver's so funny because, like, Denver's one of those cities where it's like, I have like 10 shows or whatever, and 2 of them are in Denver proper, but all of them are 15 minutes apart from each other. It's like, just call this all Denver.
That's how I feel in like Phoenix or LA or like whatever. Phoenix, they're like, I'm just like, it's Phoenix. They're like, no, but you're in this part and this part. I'm like, it's all fucking Phoenix if you're connected. And
the LA, I will say, like, someone will be like, oh, this is WeHo or this is Echo Park, but like ultimately they're like, oh, it's LA.
LA, yeah,
Where
Los Feliz.
Yeah, right. Where Phoenix, they'll be like, oh, that's in Mesa. And I'm like, oh, you mean like a foot and a half away from where we're standing?
Can we kiss at the border of these cities?
Like, is this a love-torn story where people from Mesa can't hang out from people from Tempe?
That's how I feel. Even now with like Rio Rancho, I'm like, this is basically Albuquerque. Bernalillo, it's the same shit. We're all touching.
So it was like, oh, I'm in Gilbert. They said I'm all the way out in Gilbert, and I'm
All the way.
oh, 5 minutes away in Gilbert.
Just take the
Just say
401
Phoenix.
to the something. Yeah, it was all Phoenix.
What is it? The Californians.
Oh, the Californians. Just take the 101.
401 to the 101 to Pacific Highway. Follow that to Los Seneca.
I'm going to take the 25 to the 40 and get off on the Comanche and take a left on the Alexander and then a right on the Floral Road. The Californians.
What are you doing here?
Fred Armisen's supposed to. Sorry, we're going off in tangents. What else is going on? Talk to me, sir.
What do you want me to tell you? I'm on tour. I'm moving.
Yeah, when did you start comedy?
I swear to God, I thought he said, when did you start COVID?
When did COVID
and I was
start
like,
for you?
how the hell do you know I started it? This is like, I feel like this is a long answer, and I mean, this is a short form thing, right? We're not we're not rocking and rolling.
We have as much time as you have.
All right. I'll just, the news story. I started again in 2015. I had done it like real briefly in like a few years before that and like stopped.
How long was it the first time that you were doing
The
it?
first one was like 2 years, but I wasn't good.
That's a good chunk, man.
I wasn't good, and I wasn't respecting it, and I wasn't.
Oh, right.
You know, but then I was like, I'm not good. I should stop. And then my buddy who owns a bar on Long Island.
Long Island.
My buddy who owns a bar on Long Island. I had done some shows at his bar before I quit the first time. So he wanted to like do shows again for some reason. And he was like, yo, you got to come do shows. And I was like, I'm not. He's like, well, I need someone to do shows. And I got nobody. You were doing it.
You won.
And I was like, all right, I guess I'm doing it. So like I did it like a couple of months without doing open mics, without doing anything. I just
shows.
Just did this one monthly show, and it was terrible. And I was like, if I'm gonna keep doing this, let me take this seriously. And I took it seriously, and I think I took it pretty seriously.
And taking it seriously is what? Going to mics, writing,
yeah, destroying your whole social and home life.
I had friends before this.
and
Only comedians are my friends now.
Destroying any financial future you might have, and
yes, yeah.
Yeah. No, I live in a car.
Mm-hmm. It's a nice car.
I used to have money and friends and family, and now I have a car.
Now you get laughs.
That I have to return.
What did you say? You're like, I got a lease on this. It's due in December, but what was the max you had on the mileage? You're like, I can only have 20 something miles.
I'm allotted 36,000 miles.
Where are you now?
57,000 miles.
All right.
And I have it for another 3 months.
Wait,
and I'm moving from Long Island to Oklahoma City, so I'm making trips.
Yeah, going back and forth. Just get a little baby U-Haul and shove everything in it.
I'm making trips. I need to kill myself.
No. Kill me with you if you go.
I'm gonna Thelma and
Can we
Louise that car.
Heaven's Gates ourselves?
I'll Heaven's Gate.
We need some Nike Cortezes first.
I have been telling people that I was gonna just like express an artery on like a nice lakefront.
Express an artery.
There's like a.
Which artery in your leg?
Yeah, I figured I could put, and then just like shove.
Like Elliott Smith, your neck.
Yeah.
Rest in peace,
Yeah, it's a
Elliott
good
Smith.
example. Yeah,
You guys know about Elliott Smith? I don't know. Apparently, he like this with a knife.
He shoved a knife in his
and then like
heart.
Yeah, he like rammed himself against the wall so it would like go through his like shit.
Oh, what does that mean? I mean, yeah, like I broke in. I made my bones in New York for sure.
I mean, there's a couple New York comedians that will go on the road, but the majority of them stay in New York City.
I was just talking about this. You're like a
Right?
soothsayer.
He keeps me on track. He keeps me on track, and yes.
So here's what I like.
True fan.
So I was talking to like some of those guys, Caleb and Tyler, and
Yeah, they're eager, young,
there were
and
a couple,
fresh.
there were a couple of young guys that were like try to get it in the brain. And I was saying like, because I'm thinking about where to move, and like I want to go somewhere centrally located so I can
Yes.
tour around and
Oklahoma's
work,
almost
work
down
as a
center.
comic, because they're not putting me on TV. They're not giving me a late night spot. Well, TV's done. I'm gonna go off on a little bit of a tangent.
Yes, dude.
I remember someone said that they overheard two young ladies on the subway talking about, I slept with this comedian the other day, and the other young lady was like, do I know him? Like, is he famous? And she was like, oh, he was on Fallon. And the other girl goes, who even watches Fallon anymore?
Right? Yeah, it used to be like the biggest credit to be on the Tonight Show or something.
So now, so none of those things. Right, so none of those things matter.
It's true.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
None of those things really matter. It's not. It's not about. There's no one thing that's gonna blow you up anymore. It's not like you go on Carson and then you have a sitcom.
Right.
You know what I mean? So for me, it was like, where can I go and actually make money and like have a life where I'm comfortable and I'm not like grinding. Because in New York City, like I could probably make a living doing comedy in New York City, but
Cost a living.
it's right. Let's say it's $1,600 to live in someone's basement, alone in someone's basement, and then it's 2 hours to get out of the city. So anywhere I want to go is a 6 to 8 hour drive.
Right.
If I go to, for instance, Oklahoma City, 4 hours, I'm in a million different places.
It's true. Any direction you hit something.
Yeah, it just 40 goes to everywhere and 35 goes to everywhere. I'm gonna hit something. And not to mention those clubs actually work me. There's not 1,500 people ahead of me at those clubs. I used to joke, I was like, in New York, I'm 1,500 and third on the list. In Omaha, I'm probably 7.
Right.
Like, no offense to Omaha, but like...
It's moving on up, people.
So I was talking to those kids about like where to go, and I was like, well, I'm thinking Oklahoma City because centrally located, everything's around. And if I want to go to Austin, it's right there.
Yeah.
My backup is Austin.
Right.
But my fear is I go to Austin and it's just like New York.
Because everybody's going there now.
There's so much there.
It's getting swamped with like
right.
talent.
So it's just like, oh, now I'm just an Austin comic. I'm just one of the million of guys that are in Austin that are like doing this that are doing the same clubs, that are doing the same showcase shows, same mics, same podcasts.
Yeah.
I can still do those things every 3 months, every 4 months. And go work Omaha and go work Minneapolis. Well, probably not Omaha anymore because there's 7 comics that are mad at me. But
okay.
but like Minneapolis, or Yeah,
Kinda.
it's always some kind of.
I try to be Switzerland. I'm like, everybody just get along.
Everybody gets jealous of everybody.
It's true, and even like little passive aggressive ways. It's funny. It's like we root for each other, but then it's like, I want that. But
I mean, of
you've done
course.
so many different things, though.
I try to be. Yeah, I have like a.
branch
I have
out.
a real. I said it the other day. What's the phrase? A rising tide lifts all ships.
Oh yeah. You were talking to me
So-
about that today on the
so
ride
like,
here.
Yeah,
or
so
yesterday.
like every. It's a blur. It could have been.
Could have been 3 days ago. I don't know when I met him at this point.
So it's just like, like whatever, like hanging out with that kid Tyler, lovely.
Yeah, he's one of my like really close friends
So
from the
like
scene.
hanging out with him today, it's like, I want the best for him.
Yes,
You know what I mean? Because like,
you can see they're hungry.
yeah, and like and I mean I know it's like a narcissistic view of things, but it's like, well, if he blows up, like, hey, Tyler.
What up, we
You know
met?
what I mean?
Remember me? Yo, what
You know
up?
what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I guess it's not like you're not supposed to like do it for that
No.
reason, but
You guys have actually gotten humbler.
Right?
Humbly-
Especially after COVID. Humbling.
I think it's because
Humbling us a little.
because we were totally devalued.
Yeah.
Like everyone was like, we don't care about you. We'll steal your material. We don't care. Memes are free. TikTok videos are free. We don't care.
Yes. Yeah. But
What did she have to say?
yep.
Dude,
same
it's
material.
brutal.
That they'll show up in the clubs in New York and like. They'll
Well,
show up
back in the
New York
day,
and, like, take
right? Back in
stuff.
the day, people would steal material, but you could like call someone out on it, and like people
Right.
like felt bad or would rally behind you. Now, like let's say like I tell a joke, someone will just make a meme of it, and then
Mm-hmm.
it's like,
I took credit for that.
yeah, it's like, well, that's my joke, dude. Like, at least put my name on it. Like,
It's hard with social media, yeah.
I had a video go viral on from TikTok, and it went on. Someone posted it on their like Instagram, like a MAGA thing. They posted it on their page, and it got like, on their page, it got like millions of likes, without mentioning me, without tagging me.
Oh,
It's literally my face. I'm talking,
Are you serious? They didn't even just take your
and
words.
they didn't even
What?
say, "This is."
Hey, what up, it's Neil?
You know what I mean?
Don't mention of your name either.
What?
Yeah.
So-
In my original video, it says it's me saying I have diarrhea. So it says CNN like toilet analyst or something.
Nice.
And then
yes.
it says Neil Rubenstein in the chyron of the video. But like there's no tag or anything, like no one's going to find me from that.
Yeah, they can't see you.
So yeah, so I had some like decent luck where like I would like go places and people like, I saw your you know what I mean? And so it has helped. Like I'm not gonna be like, but it would have helped a lot more
Yeah.
if I got 150,000 followers from it.
You gotta put metadata in.
What does that mean?
It's embedded in things saying that it's your material in the video.
Yeah, but that's not gonna get me followers. Like when they
Yeah,
post
I'm
it.
saying if they post it, you can flag it.
Oh, right. Well, the flagging's not. I mean, that's not the real issue there, because like
I get it.
I want my like.
You want
Your
your
face.
Also,
yeah.
I'm like, well, thank you for
Well, because
posting.
it like help them too. If like everybody just like saying like rising tide, all of that, like it helps
Well, a lot
other
of
people
those-
if you guys like
Yeah, but those meme
tag
pages-
each other. Can I
Those meme pages don't do that though.
Is social media the Napster for comedians? My Lars Ulrich.
I mean, that's not a bad analogy. Yeah.
Things are being stolen, like everything's,
So
or vice versa. Even you see comedians, like new comedians, they're like, I'm gonna go tell jokes, and it's all like TikTok jokes or like meme jokes, and you can fully tell they're just reciting something they've heard.
I don't want to blow anyone's spot, but what about we talked to someone the other day who was like,
Yeah,
I'm
right
just-
up saying I'm taking these
straight
jokes.
up was like, I didn't have enough time to prepare. I'm just gonna use a couple of other people's whatever.
I think that happened to Rob one time.
Where they just took his jokes.
Not his jokes, but somebody went out there verbatim
Oh yeah.
and used like from the 90s, a 90s comedian.
That happens all the time. That was just on Tuesdays with Stories. Mark Norman was just talking about that.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Rubes. I guess Mark Norman called some rubes. But he was talking about like the.
He's great.
He's awesome.
He's
Hilarious.
one of the best.
Good bit, structure.
Oh,
Yes.
He's a scientist. He's a scientist.
Him, yeah. There's
Him and Joe List are Sam Morril also.
Dude, that's what I was just gonna say. Sam Morril.
Those trio. That's
Sam Morril is the next on my list with all that.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're
study.
word genius.
Word
like, just
economists.
puzzle masters of words. But yeah, so you did comedy there, and then how long have you been doing like road stuff? Like, was that right away, or like how long did you start? How long did you wait until you hit the road?
So, I think Larry's gonna appreciate this. I saw when I was like 12. I saw like Motley Crue on the cover of some like Kerrang or something, or I guess back then it was like Circus, and I was just like, I just want to tour. I want to be in a rock band. I want to be Motley Crue.
We all did back then.
Right. So
Yep.
I turned 18. I started playing in bands. I was on the road by like 19 or 20. And then I was on the road as a professional in music industry at like 21 or 2.
Wow.
And just road dogged it for years. And then like I moved into some other phases of life. And then when any time like things go bad, I just go back out on the road. Like it's just like that, like it's like how I clear my head, you know?
Oh, for
so
sure.
like, all right, I guess I'm gonna go tour manage Kitty, you know, like and just go back out. And
He's done a lot of stuff. You've played with a lot of bands.
So then when I started doing comedy, I was like, I just want to be back on the road, you know? Like I don't want to. I like it out here. You know what I mean? I like going.
Yeah.
You know.
The nomad life is great. I think I don't know, and the stage is nice, and there's little.
Like we were talking today, like every element of it, I like. I like the work. Like I like figuring out a joke. Like like making the puzzle work. I love that. I love being on stage and telling jokes and like getting that like rush of adrenaline. I love the post hang. I love comics. I love talking about comedy, hanging out with comics. And then I like driving.
Yes.
I like sitting alone in my car, driving for hours. Like I love it. Just.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like I was telling you, it's like there's nowhere else you need to be. Like when I travel, whether it's airport driving, I like it, and there's a sense of peace of this is where I have to be right now. And like if anybody needed me, they can't need me right now. This is where I'm at. And like, I don't know, just seeing the different like terrains. Even today, I was like, I hadn't really seen this part of New Mexico that recently, and it looked like Kansas out there. I was like, what is going on? We have so many terrains, and the driving and seeing different things. I'm like, so I'm like asking so many questions. I'm like, I want to get out on the road because
I love being out there, man. I just love it.
It was really fun. Yeah, yesterday was fun. I told Larry, I was like, we were looking at your house today, like I have a truck, which you saw, but like tents for the back of it. I'm like, I can just hit the road. If I don't know anybody, I'll find a camping spot and just pitch my fucking tent in the back of my truck.
A Walmart parking lot. Walmart.
Oh yeah, you can stay there whenever.
They don't kick you out.
Planet Fitness. I think sometimes.
So Planet Fitness, the trick with Planet Fitness is if you're a member, then you can shower and stuff.
Oh yeah.
But there aren't enough Planet Fitnesses to make that work. So I don't know. Like to me, that's like kind of a waste.
Yeah, to get a membership when you're not.
Right, unless you can get unless you can get someone else's membership, but Walmart, they won't kick you out of the parking lot. Like that's like their thing. So if you find a 24-hour parking lot, a 24-hour Walmart, then you like use their bathroom and stuff.
Nice.
But also like truck stop showers are like so clean
that's right.
and like it's a private bathroom and it's just like $5.
Yeah, it's not much. That's true. I'm down.
And I mean they're literally everywhere. So it's like if you have to like, look. I prefer staying with a friend or.
So I'd say if you have to,
a cheap hotel like the Marriott Bonvoy app is like been amazing. Like it gets you like lowest like it gets you the same rate that Hotel.com gets, but then you also get your like points and you get like.
Oh.
So like I've got like I really and you don't have to talk. Which is the best part? You don't have to talk to anybody because like you get
Just
the
show up
key on the phone and you don't have to like check in. You just check in on your phone and walk in.
Oh, for reals?
Yeah,
on your phone you can do that now and scan on the hotel keys?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
You didn't hear? What's the app you said?
It's the Marriott Bonvoy.
Marriott Bonvoy.
Yeah.
Wow.
You don't have to talk to anybody the whole time.
I like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I like that. That's why I do Uber Eats.
Yeah. Yeah. So that like I'll use that or like I like to say to friends, but in a pinch, like if it's like,
for instance, when I'm going on the way back to New York on this trip, I have like 2 days, no shows, just to like get back. Yeah, I'm probably gonna like do that. I'm probably gonna hit a truck stop, sleep in my car. If I feel gross, shower at the truck stop. It's fine.
good. Yeah,
it's
yeah.
safe. It's fine. There's a million truckers there.
Everybody forgot what it was like to drive across the country.
Yeah,
I know. I like the drivings of things.
I love driving.
I love it.
Driving. The longest I did was 18 hours from DC to Kansas to Lawrence. 18 hours straight, and my cruise control broke about 2 hours in.
Oh, no.
My knee got there. It was shaking, like it was like vibrating. My whole leg. Like the next day, I was just cramped up, just like. And I nap. I didn't nap. I didn't stop. It was just
Cruise control is the best.
Do you remember like PT Cruisers?
Yeah.
My sister had one. No cruise control. How can you have a car called PT Cruiser and not put a cruise control? Like, what the fuck? Sorry, it's just a tangent.
Yeah, I don't like that.
It pisses me off. But yeah,
like
cruise.
that.
Yeah, so today hitting the cruise control and you're rogue.
I don't like that.
What else is going on?
Yeah, man.
So
I'm,
music, you're touring, and then comedy. When did you start touring comedy? We're back to this.
like right away, just like a year or two in, I started doing some contests, and I was just like, at first I would just like, because I was working still, I had like I ran a concert venue, and like nightclub / venue on Long Island, so I had some money and still, and I would just like fly out to contests and stuff, and I would fly out, I would meet people, and it would be like just like the punk rock days where like. You'll like you'd figure out a tour by like, I heard of this band from Ottawa, and then you like look at their liner notes and they thank a bunch of bands, and then you like look up those bands.
Oh, I see what
and
those
it's
are
like,
like, yeah.
That's a band from Montreal, that's a band from Toronto, that's a band from Oakville, and then you just start like writing letters to these people,
Wow.
and they're like, and that was the coolest shit. So when I went and like did like a contest, like I remember I did a contest in Sacramento. I just felt like I didn't stop
No, you're great. You're great.
the syllables. I was like,
Like, where's the pocket? Where's the pocket?
I did a
Festival and
I did a contest in Sacramento.
oh yeah.
And I did it in advance. And one of the guys on the show, this guy, Ira Summer, he walked over to me. He was like, "You're really funny." And I was like, "Oh, the crowd didn't think so." And he was like, "One of the guys who was supposed to do my show tomorrow in Oakland can't do it now because he advanced. Mm-hmm. Do you want to do it?" Mm-hmm. And I was like, "Oh, this is just like punk rock."
Right. Yeah. The networking
Like I
is
go
a
to a
huge
place,
part.
I meet a guy, he brings me to another place.
Yep.
I come to Albuquerque, I meet a girl, we go to Clovis.
He was so surprised. He's like Tuesday. I was like, Tuesday next week. He's like, no, tomorrow. I was like, I'm down. Let's do this.
I mean,
yeah, it is
it's
very about
punk.
it's DIY, like a networking or DIY.
That's
DIY.
I don't know. That's like ingrained in me.
Mm-hmm.
Like listen, I've had this conversation. My buddy has a podcast, If I Ruled the World, and I've done it a couple times, and we always talk about this because he's like an old punk rock guy too. Punk rock has given us a lot of gifts and fucking ruined a lot of our lives. You know what I mean? Like, I don't value I don't know how to ask for money because of punk rock.
Right,
Because
you're
I'm like,
used to getting
I don't know, man.
nothing.
It's like, whatever. Like, what have you got, bro? Like,
dude, yeah. Even yesterday,
Yeah.
like the what was it? The Red Arrow. Like he was
Yeah.
handing me like a envelope with cash, and I was like, I just showed up like last minute. What are you talking about? Don't give me money. But yeah, it's like
and
what?
Also, like,
yeah.
So like, we did really well at that show.
That was a
right?
great show.
But like, the punk rock in me is like, oh, thank you so much for
That gratitude.
Thank you so much for this cheesesteak sandwich you gave me.
Yeah.
But
Chicken strips that they call Chicken Little.
But the
Sky is
booker in
falling.
me, like the venue manager in me, is like, you probably should got some back end on that too, because they probably made a bunch of money.
Oh.
You know what I
thinking
mean?
about the
And
ticket.
it's like, It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, well, and right, so like the punk rock in me is like, no, just be so thankful, be so grateful. And I am thankful and I am grateful, but you can be thankful and grateful and also be like,
Where's my
hey,
money?
how much do we make tonight?
Yeah, I'm
You
hard
know?
at that. Even like on Monday, we didn't get to do the show. Got canceled. We went to Inside Out,
And Sarah gave
and
us money.
Sarah still paid us.
And I'm like, oh, I
Like,
can't take this.
I know. I
And then
felt
it's like, oh, you know
bad.
what? It's the bar's money. Fucking,
Yeah,
you
she's like,
take
it's not
it.
mine. They paid whatever. It's not. The show's not happening. So you guys go to Inside Out, get some time there because
Yeah,
it's a
I
really good
re-
open mic. You've been there at that one. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
big open mic. So,
And so we were talking about like how like that really messed us up in a lot of ways. But then in other ways, like our like DIY spirit, like people look.
it's a survivor.
I know I'm not living the life of luxury. I know that it's a struggle, and I get real lonely and sad, and my depression kicks in. But from the outside, like a person who works a 9 to 5, they look at me and they're like,
You have the.
holy shit, I wish I had that. And it's like, well, I only have that because of punk rock. I only have that because
Yeah.
I'm like, well, fuck it. You're not booking me? I'm going to go where
You
fucking
make things
Jamar
happen.
books me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I don't need the club. Like some guy in Fort Myers doesn't like my politics, so he doesn't book me. Fuck you. There's a million fucking clubs.
Great
There's
survivor
a million
skills.
bars. There's a million breweries. I'll figure it out.
Yes, survivor
You
skills.
think you're important? I know I'm not important. You're not fucking important.
Let's help each other.
None of us matter.
Existential crisis.
Like every one of us could have died in the pandemic, and people would have just gotten over it.
Yeah, it's true. It's
So,
true as well.
like, all right, so not to be like a downer, I'm super suicidal, always. Not a joke, whatever.
I was like, I mean,
Whatever. And my friends
Suicide.
always tell you this, like, the same thing. They'll be the same thing all the time. They're just like, people love you. Like, yeah, and I appreciate that, and that helps me do what I do, where I can like go stay on people's couches or spare rooms. People put me up. People donate to my Patreon or whatever the fuck. It's great. Love it. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful for this network of friends that I've built. So
Right.
grateful. Also, you'll get fucking over it. You'll get
Yeah.
over it. You'll be bummed. We'll have a party. You know what I mean?
it's that so that weighing out the options. Like I think the codependency in me keeps me from killing myself. You know what I mean? Thinking other people need me to be there for them, and not so much that I don't need them, but I'm like they like me, they need me. Otherwise, I'm like if nobody needed me, and like those are the moments where I, like sink into a hole. I'm just like. It's like the easiest thing to just like go sink into like suicidal ideations. Not even like fully, because there's a difference between like playing, doing, and then the ideation where your brain just slips in quickly and you're just like, yeah, okay. And then pulling it out and other people need me. And we do talk about mental health on this podcast. So, and in being a comedian, like you said, it's a tough life. But then you look at people with a 9 to 5 and they look
They're
at us
also
like
miserable.
they're also miserable. And I've said this before, is like I've had money before in my life and been really unhappy. And now I'm really broke, but I'm happier than I was at that point.
You know what's funny is up in like this period has been like the most depressed I've been because like with the pandemic and the broken leg and then my wife, there's like a lot of things have been like piling on. Before that, the most depressed I ever was, I was doing really well, like financially, and I was like 220 pounds, which like on me like is
Oh, yeah. No, I hear it. I mean, like
thin.
my normal is like 160, 170, but I'm above that. I hit 2 bills during the pandemic. I've been 3 bills. It's fine. But yeah, like sitting there and like getting through.
And it's just like I'm still depressed. Like it doesn't matter. Like that stuff's not. That doesn't do it.
And it sucks because you can be like, this is like weighing on me, whatever. And then a minute later, you're like, none of that matters. Why the fuck am I caring about this? But then the why the fuck am I caring about this leads you back to the like, everything. It's like this fucking like vicious circle of bullshit.
Yeah. Fortunately,
which-
I'm manic depressive, so I
so you got
snap out.
Yeah. I have some highs for sure where
Let's
I'm like,
rage.
I'm like, let me make the most of this productive times. Otherwise, I'm sleeping 12 hours a night. Yeah. And how do you battle that though? Like,
Well,
when you get through
I
there.
have a mental health podcast with my buddy Rich,
Yes.
and it started.
I need to
just,
listen to this. What is it called?
It's called "Does It Get Better?"
Does it get better with Rich and you?
Oh yeah.
Doesn't he look familiar? I feel like I'm.
well,
yeah.
No, but I've seen that podcast.
Yeah, on something. Gotcha.
I submit that it does not get better. And my buddy Rich talks me out of suicide once a week. But we've chilled with it because like once my wife left me, like I was like, Rich was like, are you cool to do this? And I was like, this is gonna be a bad episode. So we had like an episode like
Scare
just like
yourself up.
yeah, we did like a little filler one the other day, like just to like be like, hey people, we're still alive. Like I didn't do it, but you know.
Yeah, there's a little. Well, my sister has told me, she's like, I worry about you a lot in those waves of suicide. I've been to 7 mental hospitals, all in my 20s. Fun times. And she's like, I was so worried, but she's like, but then I realized that like you're really intelligent, so your brain always somehow gets you out of it. I was like, yeah, it's kind of true for better or worse. Where I just like rationalize things to the point of like, oh, I guess I got out of bed today. But comedy has helped a lot. I mean, there are nights where you like, blah, and you like feel like, but then you feel more excited to get back on the stage and work at it harder, which gives you joy, at least for me.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. I mean, yeah.
How do you deal? You just go on tour?
Yeah. No, I mean, the great nights are just as dangerous for me.
Because you think that's the
Because I'm like,
fake.
oh, I could go right now and be stoked.
Oh my gosh, do you have this too?
Yeah.
Holy shit, I'm moving on my seat because I have this fucked up thing in my brain that pisses me off when I'm in happy moments and just like at a concert or something, even tonight, I'll be like really happy, whatever. And then there's this little voice that is just like, but you would still kill yourself. I'm like, And then it's just like, why do I think this right now? I'm supposed to be having the best.
Yo, like last night, I was like,
Oh my gosh, last night.
I was like, I could wrap this up now. This was a pretty good night.
If you did that and she was the first one,
I would have just followed. I'd be like, is this comedy? The first time I go on the road, he kills himself, I'm done. It'd be like, yeah.
But she was telling me like about her physical, like she was like, I have like, what was she like talking about, like a mini stroke or something?
I've had mini strokes and like migraines, all these things. I was like, I faint sometimes. I'm like drinking Gatorade, and he's like,
I was like, you can't die in the hotel room tonight. I'll go to prison. Like, there's no way they're just gonna be like, oh yeah, she probably died of something else. You didn't take this woman 3 hours away from her home to murder her.
serial killer.
yeah.
Yeah, that is some. That's some.
I told him.
Yeah.
Told him I was just going to Clovis to like die in a dark, weird place like an animal does.
Like if you died in that hotel last night or this morning, like I would just have to go on a killing spree.
Something would just snap in you.
No, I'd be like, well, I got to make it worth it because I'm definitely going to prison in Clovis.
Oh, right. Yeah, get as many in before they get me.
I guess Las
Where's my
Cruces is the
shit list?
closest federal jail. That's where I'm going.
Yeah, it is gross. Okay, you know that shit. Good job. Why do you know this shit? Wait, were you gonna kill me?
No reason.
Did the really hot black Jewish girl save me from murder? We're about to wrap this up, guys, but we did have a night. We could have had a night.
Did she tell you about Eulalia?
Eulalia, isn't that a beautiful name?
Matches her everything
Anomaly
else.
walked into the door at Clovis. We're sitting there, and actually, I asked you, I was like, I wonder if I should do queer jokes, blah, blah, and there's like a whole bunch of like cowboy lesbians there, like rancher lesbians. I was like, cool. And a few black people, whatever. And then this girl walks in with like a
Cowboy
really,
boots, cowboy hat, a scarf.
Yeah, with this crop top,
Hot,
high-waisted,
light-skinned black girl with like blonde
gorgeous.
curls. And I'm
Yes.
like...
She had what's called double strand twists in her hair, like dreadlocks.
And then me and Carla arm wrestled to see who gets to take her home. And it was a draw.
Yeah, we both took her to the hotel. Dude, yeah, we did the show, met her. We went to karaoke at Kelly's in Clovis. Or I did karaoke, and then you guys sat and watched for one beer.
I'm gonna say Carla's an excellent wing person, but I'm a terrible closer.
I am too, though. I think we both have that like excellent wing person thing, but terrible closer. Because there was a point there about, what'd you say, 6 minutes?
There was 6 minutes where I thought we were gonna have the best threesome ever. Yeah.
Oh my god, that joke. Okay,
I said,
come to Clovis to.
I said I went to the whitest place on earth to hang out with a Mexican and a black Jew.
Yeah. It's quite a night. Yeah. Yeah, it was.
It was a good night.
I mean, I didn't get any kisses. Black and Mexican Jew walk into a hotel room.
But that's
room.
a black, a Mexican, and a Jew walk into a hotel room, and then 2 other people came in. One was Mexican, one was a Jew.
Oh, that's great. You got a kiss or two. I left with nothing.
Oh, we don't.
Just kidding.
You gotta tell them.
Yeah, come on.
You already took videos of.
I'm not a kisses or anything.
No,
We don't talk about
no. We had to take her home to her car.
Unbelievable.
It's a bad night. He dealt with my white noise, and I dealt with your white noise. What is your white noise?
Yeah, I snore real bad, but I guess, yeah, you.
Sounds like a
you
fucking
said it was
baby
all right.
as
Yeah,
well.
all right.
We did have 2 separate beds. Alone.
Almost didn't.
Yeah, we were walking up to a room and they're like, king bed. And I was like, he was like, we could sleep feet to head. And I was like, that's, yeah.
She goes, that's worse.
That's work.
Genitals are still together.
Yeah, it's all in the still. Now I just have to look at your feet and like, no.
Sometimes to smell your feet.
No, I don't have a foot fetish. Like, what the fuck?
That's true, yeah.
Do you? Anyway. But yeah, it was a great night.
I'm into armpits.
Ew, like hairy ones?
No, clean armpit.
There's this like thing in this site like seehimfuck.com on this like site I watch, and it's girls who like whatever over guys, fawn over guys, but then they like lick the dude's armpits a bunch. Are you into that?
I would probably like that.
It's women doing that.
Really? But
like
that's hairy
ones.
armpits.
Do you put your
gross.
dick between the armpit?
No.
Why not? It's like a cushion. Like it's like fucking the couch when you were a little kid. You know? Like,
Did that either.
nobody? I wish I had a penis. I would have done that. Well, people have told me they've done. I had somebody tell me, and he might have been here tonight, that he put like, I can't remember what kind of sandwich.
He might have been here tonight. Royal.
No, it was my friend Mark, but I think he told me this story that he put like a sandwich between, like a peanut butter and sandwich between the cushions, and then like fucked it between the cushions. I don't know why. It's
No.
I've done some shit.
Watermelon.
Someone said they a grapefruit, but that would fucking sting the shit, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't it get in the pee hole?
It'd be like bottoming out.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Larry's packing, I guess.
Grapefruit's only this big, dude.
Yeah, that's like we could get 3 of me in a
Remember
grapefruit.
Yesterday, I was trying to give you chapstick. You're like, I'm not carrying that in my pocket. Like maybe an outline or something. We were sharing chapstick. It's
I
fine.
have
We're vaccinated.
I have yeah, we're vaccinated. Vaccinated from mouth herpes. I have
Polio as well.
Jesus. I have like a very strange line when it comes to like what I think is too feminine for me, and carrying chapstick
Really?
is over the line.
Really? Just-
Yeah, blowing a dude, not over the line. Chapstick,
Polio is manly.
way over the line.
Nothing manly.
I don't carry change. Very feminine.
I hate carrying change because every time you go to the bathroom, my pockets are this big and they just like falls everywhere, and I
No
feel
change.
like a beggar. So let's yeah, we'll wrap this up because Larry's standing over there and doing a great job. I told you I was like, we're gonna do like 10-15 minutes. Terry's standing there doing a good job. Wanting to sit down. Just kidding. We gotta get him home to his
Put your
child and
pants
his
back
wife.
on.
Larry, put your shoes on. Take the sock off the door. Anyway, so what's going on for you coming up? You said Denver. Where can people find you?
Yeah, NeilRubenstein.com. NeilRubenstein.com.
He has a website.
Fucking that's a comedian.
You know, and then all the
That's all
things.
these guys do. I'm like,
Get a website. I'm like,
Website.
only like 4 of us in town have websites.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
it's not that expensive.
It's not expensive. It's, you know, a link tree works fine too, you know, if you can. I don't know, man. Because
Flow, there's another one called Flow something. Sure. You can have all your social media.
Your Aunt Flo's in town.
yeah. Yeah, it's got all my stuff, you know, the TikTok, the Instagram, the YouTube.
Oh, cool. Yeah, because
I push the YouTube a lot because, like, it actually helps me financially.
You have a vlog, right? Or like
Yeah,
a
I do.
YouTube.
So, yeah, like, my YouTube is Neil Rubenstein Reviews It. And so, for a while, I was just, like, reviewing, like, movies and stuff. But, like, I would also, like, review, like, grapes. You know, I'd be like, oh, this bowl of grapes is good.
Yes.
And then I would just, like, go on a tangent. And now I'm doing, the series is Neil Reviews It America. And I'm just doing, like, cities that I go to, like, just what my days are like.
Videos of
Some,
trains.
you know, some 30 views, some 1,500 views, and whatever. It helps keep me on the road, so that's the one I
Yes.
push.
As long as you're doing
Yeah. Yeah, that's what
he's
they say.
constantly.
And then I have 2 pods. One, I think, I mean, both are really done. Does it get better? We're very
wanna watch that.
sporadically push it. Very sporadically we do it. And then there's this one we do called Want Beef, which is like a food. I do it with my buddy Andrew Bergen, but
Vegan shit or something?
we'll do a vegan episode. I got no problem with that. I like a vegan. Yeah, that one. I mean, again, like I don't. The last one we posted was like July 19th, so I have no idea if we're gonna.
Yeah.
I'm not. I don't live there anymore, so I don't know what we're doing.
Right,
you know?
right.
But yeah, I just the YouTube I push, and then everything is about seeing me live. Everything.
Yes.
The TikTok is an advertisement for live. Instagram advertisement for live. YouTube advertisement like come see me live. That's what I want to do.
Yes.
I want to tell jokes in public. I want to sell tickets, and I just want to be able to. I have very modest needs. I just want to be able to do this.
Yeah, make enough to just keep going
Just
on
wanna
it.
keep doing
Yeah,
this.
you're very inspiring to me, and you've actually, I do thank you for giving me a lot of your insight and just like experience and sharing things with me, and like taking me to Clovis, like after meeting me, like he didn't even meet me.
I hadn't
yet.
met
He
you
never
yet.
even seen my comedy.
I didn't hardly meet you.
I hadn't
Yeah,
met
it's
you
true.
yet.
You barely met me. You're like, yeah. He's like, I just felt the vibe. Aw, thanks, guys.
What did I say to you?
It's true.
I said this is what I said. I said good comics, good actors, good music, like popular artists, whatever. They can stand alone at a party, and then everyone goes to them.
Yeah,
You're that person.
I'm friendly. I like, yeah.
It's-
I appreciate that.
Whatever
Yeah.
it is, charm or charisma or the it factor, whatever you want to call it.
X-Factor.
You
I
have
appreciate
that.
it.
You have that. I mean, other people have it.
I was telling you, I was like, you believe me in short amount of time, and Larry does too, and he like barely met me and believed in me. And you said that he was like, because Larry probably knows you're gonna pop soon or something. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, thank you.
Put-
I appreciate it.
So, all right. We got along great. I was like, hey,
Yeah.
come do this show.
Good road trip buddies.
I thought you were a lesbian, so it was like, there'd be no problems.
Dude, like the third message he sent me on DM was like, you're gay, right? Oh, it's you're gay, right? Right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, and I was like, queer, whatever. He's like, damn it. Because you usually like lesbians so that you can like
Yeah, I just
flirt
want to
and
bring.
not.
Yeah, I want to bring lesbians with me, so there's like no one thinks anything like, oh,
Yeah.
Neil's being creepy. Like, I'm not being creepy.
yeah.
She's fucking gay as fuck.
Yeah.
like,
So-
we already know she don't want me. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm sorry, I'm
This
not
bitch
gay
gay as
enough.
fuck.
You gay, girl. Girl, you gay. But yeah.
Yeah,
I'm,
so I don't know.
I'm not gay enough.
But I bring
yeah,
my
it's
other
fine.
friend Abby with me all the time. But I mean, it's like clear that
Yes.
we're like, we started working together. I was married, and she's like in a very long-term relationship.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure that like no one thinks anything. I just don't
Yeah.
want, you know what? Because like I feel like women comics have such a hard time as it is now.
Oh, I
like,
appreciate it.
I don't want someone being like, oh, Carla only got that because she blew that dude or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, no, get the fuck out of here. Carla got it because she's fucking cool as shit.
It is that.
Nobody thinks that about me and you at all.
No. And well, and Patty's there and stuff. I don't think so at all. I think
Well,
people.
I'm not saying they always do. I'm just saying for me, like it's just like an extra layer of it's an
Yeah.
extra layer of protection for
Yeah,
myself.
I think
you
because
know what I
Patty's
mean? Like,
there, but if she wasn't, people would probably be like, you and Larry hang out all the time or whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
the same with all these dudes here that we're hanging out tonight. Like, I've been like, I've only did one of them that was here, I know, but the rest, everybody's like, oh, you and Tyler hang out all the time. You guys are fucking blah, blah. I was like, no. And slowly but surely, I solidified, like, I'm just a comedian. I'm not trying to fuck
like I don't want
everybody.
anyone
Like,
to think like we got close right away. Like I don't want anyone to think that like we got
So you're
close because like
fucking-
we're
yeah.
fucking like.
we just,
I mean,
we just have good
obviously she's
energies
like an
together.
attractive lady, but that's not what this is about at all. You know? What I, yeah.
Yeah, thank you guys. Larry thinks I'm the weirdest. He's like, you're so fucking weird, Carla.
Like she's kind of ugly.
Fucking Ugo. Just kidding.
I didn't say that. I'm just saying.
That wasn't the draw. Yeah.
I just I don't know. It's just like
No,
an
and I
extra
respect
layer.
that. Because even when I first started doing, like, there's one dude that was here tonight, we're now friends, but he, like, Bear, he had told me the first few times he saw me at open mics, he didn't really pay attention because he thought I was just some, like, hot girl trying to be funny. And then I won against
that's what
Bug
you
D, like what I've said before, on some, like, UCF thing next month, August 28th, 27th, UCF. Anyway, but I beat Bug D on the last one, and everybody started paying attention because they're like, oh, you actually are funny. And now, I'm like, thanks. 2 months in, like, for hearing me, I guess. But yeah, and I treat myself, and I
Yeah,
think,
for sure.
and now we have, like I said, a lot more camaraderie between the female comedians here because it is kind of hard. And I feel, I don't know, lucky that I'm mostly friends with guys. I get along better with guys anyway, so it's not as hard. So I think in that way, it's been easier for me in some sense.
Yeah, not to be like, look what I do for female comics, but
You do though, but you
do. You said do.
You do.
I don't like to like I won't gender like when I was like oh my buddy right like we talked about a lot of people and I'd be like oh my buddy Corey is a great comedian. I'm not saying Corey this woman Corey female like I just like oh my buddy Corey from St. Louis,
not this female comedian
killer comic.
Oh my gosh, she's female and she's funny.
End of description. You know what I mean? It doesn't need
Comedian,
Yeah, and like actually, like when I host and stuff, like I really try my best to be like, this next comic, very funny. You've seen them, give it up for whomever.
My intro got messed up today.
And then I remember I did a show where this like woman was like super. Is the right word butch?
Sure, yeah.
She was super. Oh, mask.
Mask?
She was super.
Yeah, super mask.
Damn it! She
I
was
should know
super
this. I'm the
mask.
worst queer alive.
And I was like, how do you want me to bring you up?
Interesting.
And she was like, please say this next lady. And I was like,
Interesting.
okay. Because she wants.
Oh,
the
so that
audience
they're
to be
aware
clear.
that she's a lady. Yeah.
And I was like, all right, yeah, no, I get that. But like, it was so out of norm for me because I was like,
You're used to
especially in New York.
classifying like,
Yeah.
people as male comedians, female comedian, whatever. Yeah, the
especially in
racist
New York, you
comedians.
just get out of that habit right away. Like, this next comic, very funny person. Give it up for them.
Always doing it.
It's fucking-
Take offense really easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah. And I don't want to
The
do that. Like
wording.
I don't want to put you in a hole. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like I don't want like like I keep talking about Abby. Like she's my fucking ace. Like I fucking love her. Like if there's anything I can do to make her life or her time on stage easier, whatever that is, if it's just as simple as not gendering her intro,
Yes.
yeah, of course I'll
Yeah.
do that for her. That's insane to not do. You know what I mean?
Yeah. to
Like
respect
yeah, like if audiences have a proclivity to disrespecting a female comic, then don't fucking intro her as a
Yes,
female.
because then it's gonna put them in that box
Yeah,
as like a
all right,
different
no
thing.
problem.
Yeah.
That's not a problem. It's the same thing with like all the pronoun stuff, all the stop Asian hate, Black Lives Matter, all that stuff. It's just like, oh, if it's gonna make your life easier, well, I can stop
Yeah.
saying midget, no problem. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. What's it to say? Yeah. Is
I mean,
it
obviously not midget. I just said it 5 times, but
little
in
people?
general, you know what I mean? Like, all right, you
Yeah.
want they them? I'll
It's not
say
gonna
that.
hurt you to change the wording.
We've been joking about this all week. Like all right. If waiter waitress is offensive, yeah, I'll
That-
call you a server, whatever. It's fine.
That dude is a really nice lady.
Yeah, I did say that dude was a nice lady. That's fucked up. Okay, I
No,
get
it's
it.
not bad. It was just like
I
it's a
get it.
joke. It's funny though. We had already expressed the pronouns and given much respect, and then we went to comedy break.
And then I went to Comedy Brain.
Fucking comedy break. Okay. We really will wrap up. It's been almost an hour now. I could talk to
Oh
you
shit,
forever,
really?
dude.
Dude, we literally have been talking
for hours.
48 hours. We've
Pretty
been talking
much.
for 48 hours.
Some today, I didn't see you for like 3 hours today. I was like, I missed you. Why take me with you?
Yeah, when you walked in, I was like, oh, Carla, where have you been?
He literally dropped me off at like 4, and it was like 7:30. Oh man. Well, I really appreciate you, and like I said, everything you're doing for not only me but other comedians, and fucking keep rocking it, dude. You're hilarious.
Spoke to Sarah and Kelly about lunch tomorrow, so we'll figure it out.
We're having lunch tomorrow, and Kurt,
Yeah, are you busy during the day? What do you do now?
we doing lunch. It's Kurt
Get a
Fletcher's
sinner.
20th. This will probably be aired afterwards, but Kurt Fletcher, hilarious comedian, he's doing his 20-year anniversary show tomorrow,
Yeah, it's me dope.
August 8th. You're on it, right?
Yeah.
All right. Any
Do you have a date for when this is?
I don't know. It's pre-recorded right now, so we can air it live whenever on a Wednesday. And I'll let you know for sure
Yeah, let me
before
know and,
you
whatever.
plug
I
or
mean,
whatever. Yeah. Anything else you want to plug before we?
Yeah, just come see me live, please. NeoRubenstein.com or, whatever, post stuff.
Literally
whatever.
all over the country. Yeah, we'll put all your shit on there
Awesome.
to link.
Super cool.
Oh man.
Thanks for
Appreciate you.
having me on, man.
Yes, thanks for doing this. I know we've had a
Oh,
long
thanks
couple
for-
of days. Thank you to Larry.
Yeah, thanks for being here,
Revel.
man. Yeah, thanks for
to
having
Revel
me.
for having us.
Yo, this place is
It's It's rad, right?
I love the city.
You guys check out Rebel Uptown Funk Piano Bar.
I'm gonna have a hard time leaving the city. I swear to God.
Stay here.
This was.
I'm gonna kidnap him now.
This was something
But
else.
yeah, I'm Carla Vasquez. This is...
Carla V thinks out loud.
And he's Neil Rubenstein.
Oh, is that what you're doing? Oh, I thought you were like, all right.
Catch us live every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Yeah.